as though I have conquered death. I live death every day. I am surrounded by it, smothered by it. Look at you now. He would have everlasting life. You seek to defy death, yet you cannot even defy sleep. And our like sleep is to death. It is a painted death.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay
everyone?
calm.
What's the procedure?
Stay calm!
Wait.
Everybody calm down!
Help!
Here,
Oh,
take my hand.
ah!
Come on. You're gonna fall unless you take my hand.
No, give me your other hand.
Oh, my other hand isn't strong enough. You take my little hand.
No, get it away from me!
Take it. Take my hand.
I hear the train a-comin', it's rollin' round the bend.
This is fine. I'm okay with the events that are unfolding currently.
Hello, everyone. Hello, good morning. I'm just currently trying to figure out why my Rumble isn't going live. This happens every now and then, usually human error, almost always. And I figured it out a while back, but hang on, I'm going to remove it and I'm going to re-add it. Because there are people over there waiting, and I don't want to leave them hanging. I assume they're waiting. All right, save changes. Good to go. Hopefully, it should be working now. Hopefully. How the hell are you? Good morning. What time in the morning is it? Past Masternet? It is 7:04 in the AM. I thought I would need a jacket because it was quite cold, but now that I'm in the hot seat, I'm feeling the warmth. 5 p.m. in the morning here with DWAG. That sounds a little oxymoronic, but I'm going to leave it to you. All right. It seems like the Rumble gang is good. We got it sorted out, hopefully. Hope you're doing well over there. I don't know. No one's messaged anything yet, so I want to say hi to the Rumble gang. Yo, are you there? Is anybody out there? Bancroft, Mo says Bancroft is the figurehead of the era of human error. It's been known to happen. It has. It has indeed. How are you? Good morning, everybody. I've got my tea, my giant tea. I've already had a cup of water. I've already had a shower. I'm ready to start the day. Lama Gigante came in dancing his dance, as he always does, which we love. He was definitely going to win the Lama Gigante most dance chat award. But it was Snark. He snuck in first. This was 8 hours ago. I put these up early because otherwise I wouldn't be able to get them up because I'd be in bed. And usually, I don't know, I don't like just making a stream and then going live. It just seems weird to me. To not let people know that this could be happening. So let me get that up there for him. Where's that? Over here. We're going to move this over here in preparation. And there, look at him. Danny staring down upon us with hate and spite in his heart. As it should be. Hyper Wizard never puts something silly. I did last week. This is a new thing. So to save myself the headache of wondering what the hell am I going to stream about, I'm just going to stream about the same things. Is it going to get repetitive? Probably. But whatever. It's fine. So we did the art share yesterday. That's going to be Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Same bat time. I'm going to do these shows early, which is going to be the making of Fractured Mind. I realize it said the making of Fractured Mind 2. That could be misconstrued as like I'm making the second book, but I figure when we get to like the 10th, people will cotton on what I actually mean by that. You got to get up pretty early to get one over on Danny. Well, it was late for me. We need another wheel. Jolly Green, I invited Rob to the art share yesterday, and he didn't come. We had a little chat, and he was ambiguous. I said, "How's the back?" He said it's actually doing okay at the moment, but still, he didn't deign us with his presence. So it is what it is. What can I say? We have the man himself, Mr. Rod Looper. Now I don't know if he's here now, but he was here last night. He said it's so cool to see my art being painted in real time like this. Never saw it before. It will be the best to be here when the show starts. It would be. I don't know if he is here. I don't know if I would call it what I'm going to be doing today painting, but I appreciate the sentiment nonetheless, Rod. And there is Mr. Mo Biggs. Hail. He says, is the Weeb Thursday Reign of Terror finally at an end? I think it might be. I think it might be. Well, we only did like 2 shows that could probably be classified as actual weebery. So, yeah, maybe not. We got Woodrow in the house. Great to see you again, my friend. Massive Panda. What's going on? I'll be working on Fractured Mind momentarily. We got Dave Brink here. Now we hear it. These are the people who are actually here. Starting with Woodrow, Pastmaster Dan. I see Jeff Starler. There he is, Hyper Wizard. Bazing. Isn't that from what's that show? The Big Bang Theory. Jinxed it, says Jav. What did you jinx? We got there's D-Wag. Give Danny his first props. I did. It's right there. You can see it. I read that one. We have Well Read in the house. What up, Well Read? I did see you ask the other week, is it possible to get an advance copy of Painted Death? I think let's just wait until it's out. I think that's probably best. People have waited long enough. I want them to be the first ones to get it. First in, first come, first served. Jay Ryan, 17th. Oh, right. You're 17th here. Oh, thank you for counting. Eric Weathers in the house. What up, Eric? Working diligently, I'm assuming. I'm hoping. Who else is saying anything? Next week is Rob 10th. Is it really next week? What are we going to do? We're probably not going to get Rob out of his hobbit hole, but we can still celebrate moments. I wish I had like a clip show. That would be amazing. But could you imagine the time it would take to go to scrub through all of Rob's Robisms and find them? We probably should have done that as they were happening. He's trapped deep below the pyramid. He kind of is. And Mo wants to point out, Roddy's here in our heart. We got the Skibidi Rizzler here. Yeah, third rock from the Big Bang. Exactly. That's it. Hello, Dave Feed. He says, good morning, Europe. Good morning, Australia. Yeah, what time is it in Europe? Surely it wouldn't be morning. Maybe it's like late morning. I don't know. I can never figure it out. Look at Dave Feed. Mo Big's the man of legend. And Mo says, thank you for noticing. Jav is still catching up on the art share. All right. There you go. All right. Bancroft will misread your comment and then correct you for his mistake. It is true. I will do that. Oh, it's 11 p.m. Okay, I was way off. Yeah, no one can ever figure out what time it is in Australia. So I can't figure out what time it is in Europe. I have a pretty good idea of what time it is in the States now. But you know, irrelevant at the moment. So Fractured Mind is the book. I'm trying to raise some awareness here. I've gotten some signups, which is cool. I mean, I haven't really been promoting this, but I won't be promoting it heavily until Painted Death is fulfilled but you can still sign up nonetheless. I'm going to go with the discount. Last time I went with the giveaway, it did really well. This time I'm going to try something new. Go with, I mean, it's already going to be a cheaper book because it's a 32-pager. Floppy. Probably. I mean, I don't know how floppy it's going to be. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe, because I know Adam Lawson likes to do those foil covers, and they're kind of like card covers. They're not floppy, so to speak. They're sort of mid. They're chubbed up. And he likes to put the foil on it. I don't know. We could do stuff like that. It all depends on how the campaign goes. I don't know how much this stuff costs. I've never. I mean, actually, no, I lie. I did print a floppy comic, and it cost a fortune. I remember, but it was a free get. That's why I thought it cost a fortune, because it was a free giveaway. So I was like, this is eating into my profits. But promises made, promises kept. Very important. We got the Don in the house. He says, yo, just got the art share. Addiction now fulfilled. They're back, Don. Rest assured. I was just saying earlier, Wednesday, art share. Thursday, fractured mind. Friday, whatever. Maybe a launch, might be a promo. I don't know, up for grabs. Do I do Saturdays? No, I don't think I do. I think I'm a 3-week a man kind of guy now. I think. We'll see how that lasts. Now Mike can spend more time back at the poker tables. Excellent point. Necessary. Absolutely necessary. I have an ache deep inside of me that needs to be fulfilled. So yeah, we'll be doing that. I have also been selling books again, which is nice. It just took me to do an Indiegogo and a Kickstarter. They ended. Snagged $4,000 out of that, which is very nice. But yeah, we're back selling books, getting close to 900 backers, which would be pretty amazing. I think we sold a hardcover. Angela Curry just bought a hardcover, but she bought 2 of these. I think she meant to buy 1 of each. So I'm going to reach out to her and sort that out. I don't know. Maybe it's confusing. I mean, it says it right there, Painted Death, hardcover. And then this one is the Waking Dream hardcover. She bought this one twice. God bless her. I don't think she wants 2 of them. Mo says, when I first subscribed, Bancroft streamed 6 days a week on Saturday nights. It was often a 3-hour show. It happens to everyone. I've noticed that. You got Lord Raptor Jesus out there streaming 12-hour streams. You know, when you start, it's all excitement and extravaganza. And then you just settle into a groove. You get your ass groove going. And well, look, I need to be working on other things, you know. I need to be working on some shorts. I need to be working on some videos. I need to be working on some books. And that's what I plan to do. How far in advance does one have to book with Bancroft to launch a book? Depends. So at the moment, Embrace is tomorrow. That's launching. We got Border Mayhem. I think is that a double one? Let me just click on that. Why isn't it highlighting? Border Mayhem and All Stars, I think, are 2 different books. I think that's the 656 guys. That's next week. That will be happening on a Thursday. Oh, damn it. Okay, so this isn't happening next. Already my schedule is out of whack. I guess I booked that before I'd made this decision. That's all right. We can do that. So Perfect 10 is the following week. What else we got? Immortal Rising, Mythicals 3. I think probably like a 1 month to 2 month is probably safe. It's probably best. Is the answer to that question. An ache that needs to be filled by Rod. You got it. Classic Angela. I know, right? Mo says excitement and extravaganza was not his recollection. We all do, David. We all do. But, you know, you can lead a Rob to the stream, but you can lead a Rob to his computer, but you can't make him stream. He'll probably just play a video game instead. 1 to 3 hours a week is enough for most people. I agree, Woodrow. I agree. Look, we've got NTM in the house as well. Loose end is the gay interpretation. Mo says, to launch on this show, you must have at least 100 email signups and a level of art superior to Goofanoid. Hopefully. But I mean, look, if the art looks, it just, I don't know, I can't do it. I'm like, I think I've only turned down a few people, a hand, less than 5, I reckon, of people based on the quality of the art or lack thereof. And it's hurt me every single time to do it. I don't like to reject people like that. But I think the 100 signups kind of clears that out of the way beforehand anyway. Usually. I've also added a stipulation. You can't be one of those people who's like, I've got a $15,000 funding goal. Because then on funding day, it's like, yay, we got 3 backers and, 2% funded or something. And it's a bit of a letdown. Yeah, you do 3 hours a week, Jake. It's fine. It's fine. All right, I suppose I better get to work. Get to work doing what I do. Thank you, everyone, for joining. These are obviously very chill streams, intimate and ugly. No one answered me on Rumble. I guess they're not there. I went to all that trouble and no one's even there. All right, let's stop sharing that. Start sharing this right here. So if you were here last week, I mentioned that Ella comes across a spookily familiar abandoned warehouse and peers inside to see a dogfight taking place. And I said to Rod, I want some like skeevy kind of Snatch, Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels kind of characters in there enjoying a dogfight. And I don't know, Rod, maybe he hasn't seen those movies. He drew some funky looking dudes. These are like Brazilian ideas of, ragtag individuals. So we've got like the young fella on the left. This guy looks like he's got death tattooed on his. Let me zoom in actually. We have the technology, we can do that. This guy here, he's got death tattooed on his arm. He's got a cigar. It's Andrew Tate. Look, he's even got A on his phone. It's Andrew Tate. I never quite noticed that. This guy, I think, fits. I think he could be, a skeevy English bloke. This guy over here, I'm not. He's like, I'm not quite sure where he. I mean, he's built. He works out. But he's got a very interesting haircut. I'm not going to be coloring that like pink or anything. He's got, that's what I would call the, he looks like is it no Ted from Scrubs if he went down a dark path. But he drew, I mean, I love these dogs. He did very well with the dogs, gnarling at each other. I think they're about to make out almost. This guy's got the gangster band-aid on his nose. This guy's it's a bit like Rob. I don't know. This is a tribute to the Rob Hawk. Got a American style. Actually, it looks like Jewish. Looks like Hebrew if we zoom in over here. So it's like a Hebrew Jewish gangster. And I did love this Ella silhouette. I got to do more silhouettes in my book. I realized I didn't do silhouettes much anymore. So I got to get back into that. And they're easy as well. Mo says, this panel is an excellent example of why we gate-kept Rob from the Crack Pack. Why? Is it the torn shoulders and the wristband? This guy looks too young to be there. What's he doing there? He fell in with the wrong crew. Anyway, it's all fine because this is all happening in Ella's mind. So We get to use that as a scapegoat. Anyway, we are going to. What are we doing? What are we doing here? I guess we gotta. I didn't even set the file up ready to go. It's line art. Yeah, let's call it line art. And we'll call this flats. The rods have been coming along nicely, I see, says Jeremy. We've got Jeremy Eisenfire, a big time YouTuber these days, streaming to hundreds of people about House of the Dragon. What is that color? That is not what I ordered. Point sample, yes. I'm in grayscale. Oh, no wonder. All right, let's set this file up correctly, shall we? What do we do? How do we do that? Color settings, convert to profile. That's it. Yeah, I don't want working gray, thank you. Let's all get these set up correctly. Oh, damn it. No, it flattened it. No, don't flatten it. All right, that should be fine now. Okay, good. All right, excellent. We're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, we're all learning together. Mo says, look at this art. Anyone who ever doubted Rod, in your face. Yeah, he brought it. He absolutely brought it. Mo says, I'm a little concerned because House of the Dragon has not turned into shit yet. They're up to something. I haven't watched any of it yet. I don't even know if we have the correct thing I need, whatever streaming service to watch it on. So unfortunately, I don't know when I'm going to be getting it. So I haven't been able to catch any of. Do I use that or do I use the lasso? I don't know. Probably just use this one. I haven't been able to catch any of Jeremy's streams because I don't know what the hell's going on. I remember not loving the first season, not hating it, just being meh. And then I remember it got pretty good towards the end of the first season, and I was interested in seeing the rest. So I still plan on watching it. I just don't know when. I'll have to figure out what it's streaming on. So usually big shows like that, Murdoch gets his grubby mitts on it and sequesters it over on Foxtel, which is the kind of vestiges of old paid cable that we have here in Australia. But I think they've buckled and turned to a streaming service now. So I might be able to get it. I just have to check it out. Haven't got around to it yet. It's been a bit busy, as it is. Just use a pirate site like everyone else. Is that what everyone's doing? I used to do that back in the day because there was no other options in Australia. We literally couldn't get. So I remember when Heroes came out. When Heroes came out, it didn't air in Australia. There was no way to get it. It was not on anything. So the only way to watch it was to pirate it. And then there were a bunch of other shows and they would come out, but they were all taken by Foxtel. And that was when Foxtel had a monopoly on essentially what was cable TV. And so what is that? Oh, that's the dog's belt. So yeah, it was just like either pay Foxtel $200 a month or whatever it was, some BS, or download a show. So that's what we all did. Don't need to do that anymore. So I don't download anything. I mean, I don't, pirate anything. All these guys are crack packers. Ella is Danny. I guess that's one way of looking at it. Mo says the only thing Ella has in common with Danny is she's not anatomically correct. In what way, Mo? In what way is she not anatomically correct? I think she is. Let me just make sure I've not screwed this up already. We're good. Sometimes I have to change my settings for work, and then I forget to go back. Mo says From is really good so far. I cannot vouch the future. Yeah, and still, and that's another show that Jeremy gets huge numbers on, and so do I actually. Unfortunately for me, I've got all these people who sub to my channel because of a From short, and then I don't ever talk about From, but that's all right. That short's probably over 1 million views by now. I haven't checked. I think the last time I looked at it, it was definitely on over 900, which is crazy. And all I'm thinking of is, imagine I can get a short that gets 1 million views and it's about a comic book. I don't know if that's ever going to happen, but I don't know. Stranger Things. Ella has no nipples, says Mo, and Danny has no dick. Mike doesn't even have a Blu-ray player. That is true. We missed out on that. We had a, oh, that's a dog. No, I don't want to do that. We had a DVD player back in the day. It was given to us, and we actually do still have a shelf kind of full of DVDs, but we never, ever, ever open it or watch them. Damn it. So I'm getting distracted here. Jeremy says, I got a good site link, Mike. I'll need to send it to you. No HBO needed. Is it legit? Or like, is the quality good? I don't want to watch it if the quality's bad. Mike will have an Arcane fan stream. He'll get a whopping 5 viewers. Yeah, but it'll be so good. Those 5 viewers will all be super fans, and we'll just be gushing over the quality of storytelling, visual storytelling mastery, the characters, the writing, the exquisite animation. He said this perfect quality, 1080. All right, I'll check it out. Hang on, I got to figure out what this is. I think that's his back. I think I'm still good. I never really factored in, you'd have to sort of sometimes figure out, because part of the colorist job is to separate. And I'm guessing, we have to do what I did on Replicator on this one, is there's going to be, a fair amount of color holds going on. Because Rod is quite liberal with the heavy blacks on the background and everything, which I love. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I'm gonna have to do a little sorting out of background, foreground, middle ground. Eventually, we're not there yet. Jazz says, I was really getting into House MD and Lost. Got into so much stuff back then. Castle, Bones, NCIS, Criminal Minds. I was into House, and then it got it to the thing where his team left, and I kind of just started drifting away. They sort of changed the format a little bit. I remember watching it. I still liked it back in the day. I've seen it. I've seen all those seasons. But I know I just found myself not caring as much. So I started watching, and Mo will love this. I started watching Next Generation again, and I'm loving it. Even the first seasons, loving it. So I've been watching that. If you want to talk about it, Mo, we can get into the episode where the woman turns into a giant werewolf thing. Is there any website where I can purchase French comics? Eloise says, yes, there is. Apparently, there's a fantastic website where you can get both French and English translated copies in America, and I cannot for the life of me remember what it's called. It's some guy's name. I know that. Like it's a dealer, or it's just someone's name. Kelsey would absolutely know because I think he buys from it, and a bunch of others as well. But no, it was so long ago. I never bought from it because it's based in the US, and I would have to pay the same amount of shipping anyway. Mo says, I knew Bancroft had an agenda starting a Thursday show early enough for me. The trap is set. All right. Let's just make this a slightly different color. What have I done? Oz says, New Amsterdam show had a black kid have tumors from racism. I saw that. What did we see that clip on? What are we watching? I saw that clip the other day. I would laugh my ass off. He internalized his suffering from racism so much. Damn it, I hate when that happens. And he internalized his suffering from racism so much that he grew a tumor out of it, which I didn't think was medically possible. Well, what do I know? I'm not a doctor. It was on Camel's show. Yes. Oh yeah, I forgot we did that. Shout out to Camel. You know, I was thinking just earlier how impressive that package he sent me was. Just all the things that you get. Like he said to me, I kind of didn't really I didn't think it was necessary at the time, but he was like, he said, anything I put my logo on, I want it to be super high quality. So that when people see that logo, they know it's like proper high-end stuff. But now I received it, sometimes even from really big campaigns, especially with the extras and stuff, you'll see like, I don't know, what I can see as kind of cheaply printed trading cards and extras and stuff like that on some pretty big campaigns. I feel like they printed this at home sort of situation, But no, all this stuff was top tier. They still don't sell tiaras big enough for the forehead. Well, Mo, I don't know if you caught this, but on Camel's show, he actually sent me the his old tiara crown. Now it looks like a crown when you put it on, and I was just like, it doesn't fit. It was too small, but I didn't realize it's an adjustable one. You can actually, and I just had it too small, so I pulled it out full size, and now it fits fine. So we're good. Keep that right there. Did it come with a wheelchair? No. No wheelchair. Get myself lost here. Hold on a sec. I'm hoping to be able to do 2 pages today. If not, at least 1. That guy's arm, because it must be. I'm kind of taking things a little bit slow at the moment, just giving myself, because the getting Painted Death finished was, it was a killer. It took a lot out of me. So I've been doing the sketches, the Ashcan sketches, and I knocked out about, I think it was about 10 last night. So it was good. Did some gold sketching. Because I think the gold one is the one I sold the most of, so I wanted to knock those out as I wait for the books to arrive, which I have no idea when they're going to arrive. Bancroft, what are you doing? Making Fractured Mind 2? I knew that would be misinterpreted, Cranberry Langers. No, I'm still making Fractured Mind 1. This is the second show. I suppose I should have put an episode 2, but I didn't. I just said, whatever. There will be no Fractured Mind 2. There is only one Fractured Mind book. That's it. And welcome, Cranberry Langers. He says, I get you. Yeah, I figured I could change it, but then I don't know. I don't mind the consistency, and I think when it gets up to like 13, 14, people will understand what I mean. There'll be a record of me actually working on this book. Oh, speaking of Camel, another thing I agreed to the other day, we were over on Dark Gifts, was I agreed to fight Camel in the hallowed ring of the cockfight. But I said to him, my only stipulation is let me get all the commitments that I have for Painted Death out first. That's all of the Ashcan covers done, and then the rest of the original art. I still have some sketch cards to do, and I still have to finish off Gary's cover and the art piece for the t-shirt. So once all that's done, then we can cockfight. So Bancroft, did you not give yourself any kind of break between projects where you step away just for your insanity, or did you go straight from one project to the break? I take it easy. I don't like sitting around doing nothing. That's just actually stressful for me, sitting around doing nothing. So I just sort of take it a bit easier. Like I'm not in here every night working till 1 o'clock in the morning, like what I was with Painted Death. I'll say, oh, it's 9:30. Okay, I can stop working tonight, and just hang out on the couch for a little bit. I'll play a bit of poker. This Saturday, I'm going to meet up with an old friend who I haven't seen in years. We used to rollerblade together every day for 4 years. And he is older than me. I think he's probably closer to 50 than 40. I'm still closer to 40 than 50. And he's apparently wanting to go compete internationally again. So that'll be interesting. Now, what is that? Oh, that's the window. Okay, that makes sense. Fractured Mind 2 was cancelled after Nolan Lockhart gave Bancroft the idea of ruptured hind. Camel and Mike, fractured pelvis coming soon. That was Mo Biggs and Snarkticon. The breakup begins after the cockfight. No, I fully expect Camel to beat me in the cockfight because he's really fast. He's got his technique down and like live drawing and stuff like that. Whereas I'm a bit more meticulous and I kind of go back and change things and everything. So no, I expect to get trounced, but it's just about having fun. And I haven't decided whether I'll try traditional. I think I will try to do traditional art so that we can do something with the art afterwards. I don't know if that's going to be any good. I don't know if that's a terrible idea, but I don't know. Do something. Mo says, it won't be the first cockfight between Bankroll and Camel. Fill your hand, you son of a bitch. I'm not left-handed. Yeah, he was saying, I'm gonna draw. Camel's like, I'll go against you left-handed. Like, you are a left-hander. I think that's right. Traditional would be better, says Jeremy, given all the shite DG throughout the artist. That's what I thought as well. It's certainly not a normal. Yeah, it's not like, oh, well, this is a piece I can use. Like it could be any character. It could be, they make you do all sorts of weird things. So I think traditional is just probably best anyway. I think you're right there, Jeremy. I just need to make sure I've got all the tools that I would need to defeat a camel, if it could come to that. I'll figure this out. That's an ear, I think. Grammy says, my phone is broken. I'm probably lurking. We have Amanda in the house. What up, Amanda? This is a left-handed chat, says Skibidi Rizla. You know why? I don't know why. Why is that? What does that mean? I think I saw a little here. And that's good. The dog. The Doge. Can you guys hear the magpies out there warbling? God, they're loud. Actually, I think that's all hair too. I don't know if you can hear it. It's such an Australian sound. Ton's got a jet. See you around. Keep killing it. I'll try. I was waiting for the punchline as well as an apparently serious question, Amanda B. Oh, what's the question? Oh, the best, Amanda B. What's the best place to purchase? Amanda, do you remember that website? It's someone's name where you can get the bande dessinée from. I remember Kelsey put me onto it years ago, but I just can't for the life of me remember what it is. It's some dealer's name. I'm thinking there's S's in there. That's all I remember. There's an S. There's definitely an S in the URL. I hope that helps. There we go. Thank you. So let's look that up. Stuart. There we go. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Sumo. All right. I'll put that in the chat. Oh, 2 people answered already. Oh, I apologize. I didn't see. Sorry. It sounds like, oh, so you could hear the magpies? Yeah, they warble. They have a very unique sound. And they only do it in the morning too, when they wake up. The rest of the time they're just kind of, I wouldn't say squawking, but yelling at each other. Eloise says, "I thought you were Mel. It's the bee that's throwing me off." Yeah, it's a different bee. No, Amanda is from New England area, which I would love to go visit someday because it looks like she lives in a fairy tale kingdom. Why isn't that doing anything? A fairy tale kingdom of comic books and sandwiches. Amanda, I saw there's a little bit of controversy on your timeline earlier today with Jimmy Reyes. That was something interesting to wake up to. I tell you, it's never a dull moment out there. Bancroft would remember Stuart Ng's name if there was an I in there. Oh my god. I didn't know what that meant. Oz says magpies are cool unless they're from Collingwood. I used to go for Collingwood, Oz, when I was a kid. But these days I go for Carlton. I just went with what the family went with because I don't really care. I'm not really a... Actually, you know what's funny? Mel is more interested in footy than I am now. She loves it. She puts on the games every friggin' weekend. She watches not all of them. She watches a lot of the games. She just likes sport. And I was never really that kind. She grew up watching football with her dad, so she loves that stuff. Of course you did, Bancroft. Well, it's funny. I moved to Melbourne from Queensland when I was 6 or 7. And they're the kids at school. The first thing they say is, "Who do you barrack for?" And in American parlance, that means who do you root for? But we don't say that in Australia because that would be rude. You wouldn't say that as a 7-year-old. And I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. So I went home and I asked my parents, asked my brothers, like, who do we go for? And they said Carlton. And I forgot. So I went back to school thinking, all right, I got it. And then they were like, I was like, oh, I forgot. I couldn't remember who we went for. And they said, well, do you remember anything about it? I'm like, there was a C in it. I remember it started with C. So they're like, oh, Collingwood. You go for Collingwood. I'm like, sure. Okay, cool. I go for Collingwood. So that's how I ended up going for Collingwood. My whole family went for Carlton. And it stayed like that the whole time. And I enjoyed it just so I could annoy them. Skibbity Risen says, poor Jimmy, little guy with pink dreams. Yeah. I don't want to dogpile on Jimmy, but that's a hell of a situation. I wouldn't have done it. Crickets is billiards with without the table and a huge paddle. Not really. It's more like baseball without a diamond. And instead of hitting it this way, you hit it this way. But it's pretty much, it works the same. There's, instead of the innings are called overs. You don't get the 3-strike thing. That's not a thing. But you get it over the fence. That's home run. It's a 6, and yeah, it's the same ish. I don't like cricket, by the way. I'm not a cricket person in any way. Don't like playing it. Don't like watching it. Bo says cricket is a psyop to make baseball seem less boring. Now, what was invented first, though? Cricket or baseball? I'm going to think it's cricket. I think cricket came before baseball. I do know that AFL is one of the, if not the oldest professional sport in the world. Like the professional teams here in Australia, particularly in Victoria, are among the oldest in the world. Baseball is more exciting than Test cricket. Yes. Yeah, but baseball can be pretty dry too. It all depends on the game. And Test cricket can get exciting in the last hour or two, but you just got to, spend 5 days to get there. Like what? This is what cricket. This is my memories of cricket. My family would always have the cricket on in the summer, always. But they wouldn't watch it. It's just on the TV. So they would be anywhere else, I don't know, in the kitchen drinking or having lunch or whatever. And they would have the TV on. And then whenever they heard the crowd make a noise, they would quickly run in and see what happened. And then they would leave. So it would be on all day and they would watch, a full minute of it probably. Actually go and watch it. So that's kind of gives you an idea. Wait, which team? Which team are the oldest? Melbourne, I think Carlton, maybe Essendon, Collingwood. They're all from the 1800s, late 1800s, I'm pretty sure. I think they started playing footy regularly in the mid 1800s, I think. I could be wrong on that. It's a very old game. Mo says, yeah, baseball is like football, American football, in the sense that there are several minutes of excitement over the course of many hours. Yeah, it's not my thing. But I tell you what I love. I love the movies about them. Actually, there's a pretty decent cricket movie too called, what's it called? Borderline? No. Something like that. It's about how they Bodyline. It's about how there's Don Bradman, who was the greatest ever batsman in cricket, and they couldn't stop him, so they had to just end up trying to hurt him with the balls. And it was about all that. It was a good movie, I think. I mean, I watched it a while ago. All right, what am I doing here? Some doggies. Bodyline. Yes, that was it. Not Borderline. Was Hugo Weaving in that? Was it young Hugo? Am I completely misremembering that? Be completely wrong. And I'm pretty sure Bradman was still alive when that came out, which would be weird to see yourself depicted in a movie while you're still alive. He was in it. There you go. There you go. I can remember these strange little tidbits of information from the recesses of my mind, but ask me the names of my kids' friends, and it's just like it does not exist, does not compute. Might be time to give Bodyline a rewatch. I remember when I forced Mel to watch The Man from Snowy River, and I was loving it the whole time, and she was just sitting there pouting. She's like, this is shit. But it's an Australian classic. Mo says baseball movies better than baseball. I mean, I would go even further than that. I would even say that baseball movies might be one of my favorite genre of movies, period. I love baseball movies. I rewatch them over and over again. All different kinds of baseball movies too. I just friggin' love it. That's pretty much the only reason I know about baseball is from baseball movies. I think I kind of like pretty much any sport movie, actually. Mo says, I think it's about time for Mel to return to Snowy River. Where is Snowy River? Is that up in the Snowy Mountains? I don't even know where it is. Go up and ride some horses. Crack some whips. Who wouldn't want to do that? We got Simply Green in the house. Dodgeball, fantastic. Oh, I need to rewatch Dodgeball. That's a great movie. So many quotable lines in that one. I told you guys I recently watched what's it called? Friggin' oh, I've forgotten the name of it. God damn it. Rudy. I recently watched Rudy for the first time. I don't know how I'd never seen that movie, considering I'm a fan of Sean Astin. And I love sports movies. But I hadn't seen it. I hadn't even really heard of it. I guess it wasn't. They said it happens here sometimes that there's movies that just never got any play here ever. For whatever reason. They just weren't distributed, or I don't know. It is a good flick. Yeah. People kept saying, no, this is a really good one. I think, what are they talking about? Why wouldn't I have seen it if it's so good? But I just hadn't. Basketball. I like basketball. I know a lot of people don't like basketball. But I guess I dig their humor. They just start making out at the end. Oh. These guys are nuts. Angela, you backed the same book again. I was just telling everyone. Sorry to dock your purchase, but you backed the same hardcover, but it's fine. I can actually go in there and swap it over, unless you want two of the same book. Yeah, you did. She's like, what? It's fine. It's fine. I'll swap it. It's exactly the same. I will swap it. And I didn't see. Did you use the free shipping code? I gotta check. Let me go look here. No, you paid shipping again. I'll get you back your shipping, and I'll switch it over. So I can do it. So I can have all the technology in there. It's all good. Now I think I'm going with black borders. Tobor back in the house. He says, I like basketball. I haven't seen it in so long. I don't even know if Mel's seen basketball. And I probably made her watch it. She is a fan of Trey and Matt, so I probably made her watch it. Justice for Nuggy. No justice for Nuggy. Victoria and Mel went to jiu-jitsu yesterday, and Clark and I stayed home. I was sketching. I was doing the sketch covers, and together we watched. What did we watch? Where's my brain at the moment. What the hell did we watch? I can't even remember what we watched. Oh, we watched Tangled. I love Tangled. I was thinking, oh man, remember when Disney actually knew how to make good friggin' family movies? Tangled is so good. It's pretty old now. It's like 15 years or something. Anyway, we're sitting there, we're watching Tangled, and we're hearing this sound from the kitchen. It's like a weird popping sound. What is that? So we go in there, and I'm looking in all the cupboards. I'm looking at in the fridge. Like, where is that sound coming from? Because it was intermittent. It kept stopping, and eventually we heard it coming. We have this kind of armoire type thing, and I open it up, and the friggin' cat comes out. I don't know how it's like where we keep all the linens. I don't know how long he was in there, but he'd obviously fallen asleep and it had closed on him. It'd been locked, and he was in there sleeping, and now he wanted to come out. That friggin' cat getting his hair all over everything. Is Bancroft a squeak Scolari? What does that mean? I don't know the reference. Suma says, I took my 12-year-old niece to watch the new Quiet Place movie. It was her choice. I don't know what that is, but I have heard that Inside Out 2 is really good. The first one was good as well. But I don't know Quiet Place. Oh, it was in basketball? Oh, I mean, I didn't remember the last time I saw that movie. I really don't even remember what happens. They invent a sport, it gets super popular, and it's Matt and Trey just doing what they do. If we were going to watch one of their movies though again, it would be Team America. It's been far too long. I need to watch that again. Philip V says, "Hola, happy Ripperverse Day." What do you mean Ripperverse Day? What's Ripperverse Day? Is he that big now? He gets his own day? God damn, how do I do that? And if I had my own day, what would it be called? Would I brand it? Would it be Lucent Day? Or would I get egotistical and call it Bancroft Day? I mean, we do have Rob Teenth, I suppose. Mo says they're trying to create a sport to catch the attention span of kids with that hula hoops and Pac-Man and video games. Oh, yeah. Okay. If I recall, and correct me if I'm wrong, it actually is it looks like fun, or is it completely dumb and stupid? I just seem to remember, I was thinking, I would play that. But I might have just been an idiot back in the day. Rob Teenth, this is Mo, versus the 4th of July. 4th. Yeah, that could work. And then it could also be like a support day for all of us out there with a lot of advertising space on our heads. It could be a community building thing, giving back. Oh, it's the anniversary of his first launch. No way. It's only been a year? I would never have guessed that. Wow, all this has happened in a year. All of it. Because I remember, like, everyone was pretty rah-rah Rippaverse for quite a while. You know, I did a ton of shorts, you know, just sort of celebrating, congratulating, yeah, the freaking monumental, yeah, almost, yeah, pretty much unprecedented kind of funding numbers and stuff like that. Oh, it's 2 years. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, 2 years. All right, that's because I was like, wow, all of this has happened in a year. That didn't sound right. Okay, 2 years. Okay, that sounds. Because it also, he's put out a ton of books as well now. Is the Goodjing one out yet? Is that released, or is it just funding? I don't know. I haven't been paying much attention to it. That's sort of the, you know. I think these are all different guys. Five books, including Goodjing. Yeah. I'm about to have 2 in double the time. But as you can see, I don't think Eric July is sitting there flatting his own stuff. Just gonna say that, you know. He's probably a bit smarter than I am. Yeah, I'm interested to see, because is Goodjing the one that Mike Barron wrote? I'm pretty sure it is. I think that's the one that he's involved in. And yeah, I've become pretty big Barronite. So I'm interested to see how it's received. Snark says, I focus my attention on people like Rini and the Diaz boys. I do too. But I keep my eyes and ears open. Actually, I would have received Lost Pages. I haven't even checked. I just got because I got all of the Lost Pages stuff the other day, and I think Brandon sent me the address lists for everyone, you know, to send the packages out. So we can start sending them out today and tomorrow. But I'm sure mine is in there as well. I haven't even grabbed it yet. It's just been so focused on other things. I suppose I should check that out, because I didn't know which number was mine. Send my book, Bancroft. I will. We just got the list. Did you back Camel as well? I don't know if you back Camel. I don't think your name is on there. But I will. I promise. It's coming. Sumo Thori just gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Sumo. Let's see who's been welcomed back into the fold. But before we do that, I'll give him one of these.
You little ripper!
I'll crack the whip with Mel today and say, you get these books out. Well, she's like, we have our whole, like, we have an area behind our couch. That's all boxes. And I don't know if you guys can see. That's just Waking Dream. I think that's all of it. Yeah, that's just the Waking Dream books. And they're 60 pages. And I've got 600 and something there. And I've got 1,000 painted deaths coming, and they're 100 pages. So that's going to take up all of this area here. And then I've got the hardcovers, and there's 700 hardcovers coming. So I don't know where the hell they're going to go. So yeah, we got to get some space in the house. Thank you, Sumo Thori. Hey, it didn't tell me who got gifted. What the hell? Damn it. Yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully they don't get refunded. Usually, I don't know, it might be a glitch. I don't know. You know, sometimes they send them because like Moromi's here, he's not a super bogan, neither's Oz Great Sage, Jeff Styler. Hopefully they go through. All right, let me take that down. Moromi, I hope people enjoy their Ripperverse books. It's not my thing because the pitch wasn't good, didn't mention the actual story at all. Originally, I didn't get it for the shipping. I would have backed it, but I remember it was like $35, so it was already expensive. And then I think it was $40 shipping. I was like, no, I'll just, yeah. If I want to support him, you can become a member or send a super chat or whatever. But yeah, I'm actually, yeah, it's like looking at them, they don't look like my kind of thing at all. And I think the criticisms of them have been pretty valid thus far. I am happy to see him getting, Chuck Dixon and Mike Barron involved, some better artists. So I hope that trend continues because I think he definitely needs it. Eric July may have the Ripperverse, but Sumo is at the center of the Ripperverse. So remember, he is really. But my kids do college. Sumo says, I'm going to get that money back. I just did it for clout. Damn it. Jav, don't have tracking for lost pages. Do you have tracking for the preview book, though? No, I didn't do that, Mo. He says I gatekept. I usually try and gatekeep him as a membership, but I boom at it and gatekept everyone else. I swear I didn't do that. I know that's never happened. Usually it's like a couple don't get it, but maybe that's what happens. Moromi says the memberships have gone to, yeah, sometimes you get an email, you weren't even in a chat, and you're like, you become a member of such and such as chat. That would, it's a bit rich of YouTube, but then it is YouTube. They have been known. Now, what is this? Is that? See, that there is the bottom of that guy's shirt. Just figuring this out here. Art T Bear in the house. What up, Art? How you going, buddy? Great to see you here. I see you launched an art book. Launch an art book. Congratulations. I hope it's doing very well. I think you've gotten all of, or in the process of getting all the black and white 2s out. He says he's doing great. Thank you. I saw a picture of you living your best life out in your pool. I liked that one. White boy summering it up. It's friggin' freezing here. So, you know, I appreciate at least seeing others enjoying the warmth. It's so cold here at the moment. In the morning, it's very misty. So when I come out and there's there's the light and then there's through the mist, it looks like a friggin' Exorcist movie. This isn't my art. This is Rod Looper's art. So I finished. Let me just quickly show you because you probably wouldn't have seen. So just a short interlude here. Proof of my book, Painted Death, all finished. Check out how thick it is. So that's all my art in there. There. So that's at the printers. This is going to have a very cool UV spot on. If you can see, they're all windows there. So everything that's glass is going to have the UV spot gloss on it. So that's cool. And then that is also available in this oversized hardcover. Again, these are just the proofs. So there's that for scale. Nice and big. So that's the same book, different covers, hardcover edition. And then I also did my first book in a hardcover as well. And these are my like digital painting sort of forays. So yeah, very exciting. They're all at the printers. I don't know when they'll arrive, but hopefully not too long, and I start fulfillment. So that's where I'm up to. So at the moment, with nothing else left to draw on stream, I have this supplemental book that I've been kind of working on the side in the background with Rod Looper. I don't know if you know him. He's a Brazilian artist. He's worked on a ton of books here in the Indies. And he's drawn like a supplemental story for me called Fractured Mind, which is what I'm currently flatting. Originally, I wasn't going to do the colors, but I think it'd be good for me to do it, so to tie in the art a little bit better. At least have sort of half of it done by me. And that's what I'm doing. So every week I'll be doing these making of streams where I just do. At the moment I'm flatting. Eventually I'll be coloring, and then the most exciting part, the part everyone's waiting for, the pre-press streams. We might even, it'd be good. It'd be great to do some lettering streams. We get Eric Weathers on here, and you can do some lettering with us. That would be. I think people would enjoy that. And I would. Jav says, I'm kind of dreading putting those 2K puzzles together. You bought them, man. Every other puzzle they sent me, like loose, I had to put the books together, connect with the right bags and everything. The 2K puzzles they sent pre-assembled in their boxes, and they're bigger boxes than the other ones. And dude, I don't know, a 2,000 piece puzzle is just nuts to me, but people want them. People like them. People like the prospect of spending that long making a gigantic puzzle that's going to take up your entire kitchen table. More power to you, I say. I actually think the Paris Eiffel Tower is probably going to be the finest puzzle ever. I think it's going to be the best one. I'm just waiting for the funds to come in from Indiegogo and Kickstarter to order them. So I'll do like a last call for puzzles. If anyone wants one, it's time to get in. Like, I don't actually have any available. Like, if you just want one, I'll make one up for you. PayPal me or something. Bancroft is going to act like his light bulb burned out during the pre-press stream, and his only choice is to illuminate his room is to burn across. Well, that's how I do it. I start dark and I shine the light. That's how I color comics. Other people probably have a different method. I like my method. It gives more of a cinematic quality to it, I find. Sumo asks if I'm looking forward to the cockfight with Camel. I spoke on that briefly earlier. I said to Camel, just let me get everything I need done for fulfillment first. But yes, I am. I think I'm going to go traditional too, just with how how it's all structured and everything. Because I don't think there's any time to be sort of finicky with your art. They throw you all kind of curveballs and everything on that show. So, we'll just see how we go. But it should be fun. I'm not going to take it super seriously. I fully expect Camel to kick my ass. He's getting really good. He's like super practiced at the moment. He'll sit there and bang out these pages, every day. So he's a lot quicker than me. I think it's safe to say he's a better cartoonist than I am. So if it requires anything like that, but maybe, just maybe it'll be like, the topic is draw some architectural buildings in 3-point perspective. And then I'm like, this is mine. I'll screw traditional. I'm getting out my rulers in Clip Studio. We're going ham on that thing. But I don't know if that's going to be what we're going to get. So. Are you saying Camel's art is cartoony? Childlike. Subject, a crane. Yeah, can you imagine? Yes. My ship has finally come in. It's my time now. Oh, that's a shadow. Damn it. Draw a gator eating a dog. Well, you don't get to pick a gator eating a crane. Maybe I could just draw a crane no matter what. That would be actually pretty funny. And I would just say, like, I don't know, they say you have to draw, because don't they use characters, Because I remember them saying they had to draw Cyberfrog on a lawnmower or something, So it's like, draw boots and heels, and I'll just draw a crane, and they'll just draw a little chick up there or something. I don't think I would win. You should draw now edifices with many struts. Yeah, got the practice in with that. Speaking of struts, let's get in there. You know, Bancroft, Simply Green says, if the net ever goes down, it'll be all porn requests all the time. Last time, Camel, he agreed to do the show without knowing what it was. And then he found out that it was this kind of like game show format with crazy, wacky things. He was like, oh, I didn't realize it would be that. And he bailed on it. But for some reason, he's fine to do it with me. You know, I think it just would be funnier, you know, considering we're good friends and we stream together and everything. I think that's why he wanted to do it. Snark says, if the subject is overhead views of cars that look nothing like cars, my guess is the Band-Aid cars, the lava cars. Yeah, I've got that one in the bag. It's all about the vibe anyway, you know. Accuracy is overrated. Still better than Mindy. What the F is up with that? I mean, she did okay during the competition, didn't she? If I recall, she did okay. It's afterwards, I think, that it all went awry. I didn't follow any of that, so I don't know what went on there. I don't know what happened. But yeah, I guess like, you know, you can break the rules if you want, but everyone gets to see you doing that and, you know, judge accordingly. So whatever. Mo, that's an idea. I think that's gonna be in there. There's gonna be like a thing where they make you draw like big puffy nipples or something on it. I could totally see them doing that to me. 100%. Angela, Michael, since Camel has backed you 5 times, which project will you have him back? Has Camel backed me 5 times? Is that what he said? I think he said I've backed him 5 times. And I have. I remember one of his campaigns I've backed like so many times. I think it's the other way around. Maybe they pick rollerblades as the subject. I've been known to draw a rollerblade in my day. I mean, that goes back a long way. I'd be fine with that. And I have good reference sitting right here next to me. Mindy refunded Wiggles' book. Yeah, I know that, but isn't she saying she didn't refund it? She asked her. I don't. People are people. People are gonna people all day long. Susan Ronan says, I honestly think you'll do great. Just have fun with it. That is my plan. That is the plan. But yeah, it won't be for a while. I still have a bit of work to do, and I don't know who they've got booked in. So hopefully we'll have a good amount of time to you know, hype it up. The great showdown. Shuma says Bancroft always keeps the blades within arm's reach. Funny you should say that. Ta-da! He knows me. What can I say? He knows me. Cranberry Langer says people are gross and terrible, the absolute worst. And Joe says it's such a weird play. No one gains anything from it. Well, you know, people are not rational. I found it's not something you can kind of logic out. People do what they do. Which blade is gayer, the roller blade or the mini chainsaw? That's Mo asking that. Look. Both of them do their required tasks perfectly well. So mock them at your own peril. Put on the blades, headphones, and some E, W, and F. I don't know what that is. Snark says, everyone's ragging on Rini's art just because it's for Flash's book pisses me off. Art was as good as ever on that cover. Yeah, it's not my favorite Rini piece. I will say that. Like I liked other covers of hers better, but yeah, I do agree people are just ragging on it because it's for Flash. I do agree. I see that happening 100%. And I think it's more the colors. I think and I've definitely done that myself with colors where I think it needed a secondary color. Maybe to set it off. I don't know. It's good. What's the cover where the dude he's really buff and he's standing there with a flag and there's army people behind him? Who did that one? I think that one's pretty dope. That's probably the best piece of art I've seen from that campaign thus far. I mean, not that I've seen much. Out of Roy agrees. It wasn't so much Rini's art, it was the colors. Yeah, I think it's the red and yellow. And I did that in Waking Dream where I had like everything blue. And it's really hard to make things pop when you do that. You know, since I've learned, always have there's a cool rule that's from cinema. There you go. Rob Willis did that cover. There you go. Fair enough. Yeah, that reminds me now. There's a rule in cinema, like coloring. I think it's called 60, 30, 20 or 60, 30, 10. I think it's 60, 30, 10. And it means 60% main color, 30% secondary color, and then a 10% highlight if you need things to pop. And when you see the films that implement that, and they become really special. I do that in my book as well. I try to. 60, 30, 20. I know. I was like, maths, no. Math is hard. Let me get my calculator. It's 110% of color. Yeah, clip that. Yeah, no, it's a really, and people don't really know about it or talk about it as much as they should, but it's very powerful. And I think most of the time when people see it, they sort of, oh, that's like a limited color palette, and it is in a way, but I mean, it's only limited in the sense that it's just it's based on kind of fundamental aesthetics and color theory and stuff like that. When I sort of first came across it, I don't know, I guess I just found it really helpful. You know, because I think what a lot happens a lot of times with colors, this isn't in relation to the discussion about Rini at all, but a lot of times what happens in colors is people use too many colors. And actually, that's something that I remember Rini and Jake talking about when they were coloring 2.5, Finish 2.5, that she wanted a limited color palette. And then when with the initial colorist, he wasn't really getting that. And then Jake nailed it. And I haven't received that book yet. I think it's coming with shipment from RJ. But from what I saw, yeah, Jake has nailed it. He does really good stuff. Yes, too much color diversity. Art of Roy says, let's all wait for Kelsey Shannon's cover. I had no idea he was doing one. He says the prelims look great. I will have to check that out. You know, I do love me some Kelly Shannon, as I called him yesterday. Unfortunately. Apex says, sometimes I have a fractured mind. This is the book for you then. Citizen Ronan, who is a very talented artist in his own right, does paintings, says, yeah, I don't want a rainbow exploding in my face. Yes, very important not to do that. Very important not to just throw all the colors under one piece without any balance, and also not to overcook it, which is actually very easy to do with. When I say digital colors, most people do digital colors. I mean, it's like 99% of coloring these days is digital. But, you know, when you've got all the tools, it's best to just get really good at a small number of things, like master them, rather than, you know, trying to do everything at once, because then you get a dog's breakfast. Kelsey Shannon, nice. Yeah, the Yellow Flash book, it doesn't really look like something I would be interested in, but I don't know. I'm waiting to see. I'm not usually a kind of superhero guy, but I don't know if that's what it is. But people have been throwing around things like, oh, it's a bit like Power Rangers. I was never into that. But we'll see. I do like Dillard's art, so there's that. But for me, you know, these days, especially, I've become much more of I'm going to wait and see guy. I'm going to wait and see what people say about the story, about the writing. And that's what I did with the Ghost of the Badlands. And I think I will be backing that now. I think enough people have said it's well made. The art is great. You know, the quality of everything is good. So I think you can grab that on Amazon. Yeah, he's a very good artist. He's very he can do a lot of things. Forgot to drink my tea. Mo says Bancroft is disturbingly intellectually incurious. You've honestly never been interested in finding out what would happen if Yellow Flash was Ultraman in World War II. I didn't even know who Ultraman is. I am a fan of war. I should say that. I should rephrase that. I am a fan of war movies and war TV shows. I'm not a fan of actual war. Doing sort of twists on actual wars, it can backfire, but it could be good. We'll see. I'm gonna sit back and wait. That's like, you know, I've backed so many books and I get them, and some of them are literally unreadable. You try and read them and you can't actually follow what's happening. So these days I wait for word of mouth. Unless I know the creator and I know that they're they've done this before, they've read their books before, I trust what they can do and stuff like that. First timers, yeah, I kind of hang back and wait. But I hope it does really well, especially considering that with the whole the way Dillard's getting paid. I hope they make $1 million. Ultraman is awesome. One of my favorite alternate Supermans. Woodrow says, yep, too many people didn't do their work to learn comic storytelling or even storytelling in general. I mean, when if I even think about the first ever stuff I wrote for the Lucent, my God, that stuff will be buried with me. It will never see the light of day ever. It's so bad. It's so bad. So I don't know. I always say, I don't know the exact number, but I wrote somewhere between 150 to 200,000 words before I ever put anything out for anyone to consume. Because writing is a craft just like anything else. You got to learn it. You got to know the how it works, and like anything. Dojo Kun says, wow, this is on early. Yeah, I'm doing this on Thursdays now. So I'm just sort of slowly going to start building hype for Fractured Mind by doing some production streams, some little 2-hour things before I start work. And yeah, this is going to be the time. Get in before everyone else does, essentially. What are you guys saying? Groken is good, I hear. The Lost Pages. Groken is really good. I mean, the art is mind-blowing. But the one thing, the criticism I have of Groken is he released these little ash cans as part of the campaign or before it. And they are kind of the key to understanding the story. So I feel like you do have to read them to understand Groken. And then once you do, it's great. But I read the books without reading those things first, and I didn't really get it. Like I knew something was, I could follow the story and everything, but I didn't know who everyone was yet and how they were all connected until I read those things. So that's my one criticism. But if you can get them and read them, I think it's a great story, and I really have very high hopes for it. Going forward. I think it's already halfway through the inks on issue 3. So, so what's your number one problem you see in CG storytelling, and what's your advice to fix it? The number one issue is just, I think people just want to write a story, and they just write a story, and they haven't taken any time whatsoever to learn what an actual story is and how it works and everything. And I'm not saying I'm a genius at all. Like, this is my first book and everything. It's like, but I've got, I spent, I think it was from 2007 to 2015, just writing. There was no drawing. There was nothing. It was just everyday writing, 1,000, 2,000 words. And almost all of it was incomprehensible garbage. And at the same time I was writing, I was just every day consuming how to write. So going onto forums and reading books and watching videos, and just like what actually means to write, the structure of a story, what it is, what archetypes are, what tropes are, what in the beginning, middle, end, conflict, all that sort of stuff. So by the time I actually sat down to script it as a comic, I had years of writing behind me. And I felt like, okay, I feel like this is an actual good story that I can put out. And then on top of that, I didn't just put it out, I didn't just crowdfund a book and get out there and hope and pray that people would enjoy it. I actually put it onto Webtoons and release it as episodes, so people could read in episodes bit by bit what they thought of it. And I got good feedback, positive and negative. And then when it did come time to crowdfund it, I hired an editor, and together we, because it was like, it had a good sort of shape to it, but it needed polishing, it needed chiseling things off, it needed getting it down to the thing. And now I can't even imagine writing without an editor. It doesn't even make sense in my mind how you would do that. And that's before even like, how do you write a classic? I mean, I didn't know that. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's mostly just, it's not just something like, I like comics, I'm going to write a story. There's a lot more that goes into it, and I think there's a lot of build up into that. Anyway, you guys are talking about a bit of a subject that's come up today that I read on Twitter, was Jimmy Reyes wanting to leave CG. Yeah, I don't know why he went there. I don't know what. I think everyone's like, Jimmy, you can stay. You don't have to like leave. But I think it all stems from essentially what happened with Jimmy is he promised a full color book, and then he printed and will be shipping out a black and white book, which I mean, we can all agree is a blunder, and like, not to do that. I don't know why he did that. I didn't even know he did that. I was watching his stream last night. It was everyone was copacetic and everything was good. I mean, we all know Jimmy's been going through a lot of health issues. CG is not an airport, says Jay Ryan. You don't need to announce your departure. Yeah, I didn't want to get into any of that. I like, my idea of what it means to be CG or whatever is just so not what everyone else thinks, so I don't even bother anymore. It's like, yeah. I was great to say. It says a little worse than a blunder. Yeah, I mean, call it what you want. It's like, and it's something I would do. I'll tell you that's for sure. Oh no, he's going to be facing the wrath of a lot of angry backers. That is for damn sure. Absolutely. So, and he's going to have to fight tooth and nail to kind of win them back. I don't know how he's going to do that. I mean, some people are just going to be like, there's a lot of other people I can back, and they're just going to go off and do it. And then so he said it would be a full color book. He ran into issues with colorists, and then he said he was going to color it himself. That didn't work out. I don't know why. I don't know any information about that. And now he's sending out the book as a black and white. So yeah, I know a lot of people take the view that this is crowdfunding and things don't always work out and you might not even get the book. But I do know a lot of people, and when I say a lot, guessing it's probably the majority of the backers don't see it that way. They see it as they are putting money down to receive the product that they ask for, and they rightfully pissed when they don't receive it as it's described. So yeah, Jimmy's got some rebuilding to do. I don't know why he just wouldn't wait. You know, people are used to waiting, and just be transparent and say, look, I tried my best. I had a colorist lined up, and then he couldn't do it. And then another one, he bailed, and I tried to do it myself, and I couldn't get it to the quality that I know this book can be. So I'm sorry, but we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer. I don't know. That's what I would have done, but I would have just colored it myself. But I understand not everyone can do that. So yeah. But legally, I get it. Illegally, whatever it is, as Skibidi Rizzler points out, crowdfunding stipulates that you are pledging to support a creator, and it's not guaranteed. I understand that, but you still get angry backers at the end of the day. But yeah, like I said with Jay Wright, you don't have to like pack up and leave. I mean, it's just you got to deal with the fallout. You just got to deal with the fallout. And there's been so many things that have gone wrong. Even the first crowdfunding book I think I ever backed, Jawbreakers, it had fuzzy type on it. It was terrible. It was unprofessional. And he did end up doing another print run of it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I can't imagine it was the funding. Like, I know people have been saying like maybe he ran out of money. I just don't see how that's possible. I mean, he did raise like 50 grand on it, didn't he? And he's doing the art himself. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Osgrade says Jimmy's got some splaining to do. Henry Bemis, I like Jimmy, but he needs to deliver on what was promised. It's not like we're not used to late books. That's where I stand exactly. Yeah, like it's not personal. I like Jimmy as well. But yeah, if you say you're gonna put out a full color book, you put out a full color book. That's what people pay for. That's why they pay the premium that they do. That's why I put the UV spot on it and the bells and whistles, so to speak. But yeah, everyone will, every backer will decide for themselves, and usually that's how it works. It's just like, well, look, people vote with their wallets, so. So many horror stories. That's why Backer and some others I trust are getting super rare. Early print of my book to read for themselves and judge in person. Yeah, and I know that it's another controversial topic as well. I don't understand why exactly, but it is. If you are the artist, just get either all or as most as possible of the book done beforehand. For me, it just clears out so much of the guesswork, and there is a lot of guesswork that goes into it. I've been working on comic pages now since 2015. I still have no idea how long it takes me to do anything. I really don't. I think every time I think I do, it turns out I don't. And you know, and when these things drag out over years, then you run into all sorts of issues with inflation, with taxes, with things coming up in life, extra costs you hadn't anticipated, that sort of stuff. So I'm not saying I don't agree that it should become the prerequisite or anything like that. But if it's possible, I don't see why it's a bad thing. Yeah, it's the whole thing. And as always, transparency. Just always communicate with your backers what you're thinking, and they'll tell you. A lot of times, I didn't really have any idea what to do in a situation. I'll just fire up a stream, and Jimmy has a decent channel. He gets a good number of people in there. Just fire up a stream and say, "Hey guys, this is what's happening. What do you think?" That's all. Like I do that all the time. This is the situation I find myself in. What do you guys think I should do? And you're never going to get 100% agreement from all the people in the chat and the backers, but you get a pretty good idea. Yeah, Woodrow says transparency is key. Yeah, and I think it's Vanessa. Is it Vanessa or I think it's Vanessa and Amanda who both harp on this point where they were like, they always bring up Charlie's London, who had an issue. I can't remember what it is, but she had an issue and she realized that she wouldn't be able to deliver either this thing that she was talking about or on time or whatever it was, whatever the issue was. I can't remember. So yeah, she just said, look, I foresee this is going to be an issue in the coming months. So I just want to get, like, I just found out about this, so I'm going to let you guys know about it straight away. And they really like that. So yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. Yeah, I think Citizen Roan is right, especially considering everyone knows Jimmy's had a really, really hard couple of years. You just say, look, this has been about these health problems. It's going to take some time. And I think most backers would have understood that. Mike TV Dub says he's over on Rumble, can't sign into YouTube for some reason. How weird. He suspects it's glitches due to the big boy incoming speech. What's the big boy incoming speech? Oh, the Biden. Oh. You think he's going to announce something? How interesting. All right, I just got to do this final here, I think. And I think I might call it a day because I do have to get ready for work. Actually, I think there's a hand in there too. Joe says for him, it is the other way around. Can't chat on Rumble. How weird. Yeah. I do hope Rumble gets a bit more stable in the future. Well, I didn't get 2 pages done. In fact, I didn't even get 1 done. But, at least we got something done. We did something. And that's what matters. Let me save this, actually. Hopefully, I will see you all back here next week for another exciting page of Latin and chatting. Yeah, good times. Well, go enjoy your corn pop speech, whatever he's going to say. I'm sure it'll be big news, whatever he says. And in the meantime, sign up to Fractured Mind. I'll be sending out update emails very soon, reminding everyone if they need to change their email address. You can do it yourself, but I think most people have run into problems with it on my site, which is a frustration, but it's fine. anyone can email me at any time if they need to change addresses, because fulfillment will be starting probably let's say August. So I need to start nudging people if they've moved in the interim year. But other than that, I will see you tomorrow. I don't know what I'll be streaming about, but we will, of course. We're launching Embrace tomorrow. Yeah, super exciting. Excellent. All right, well, I'm going to probably work on my colors tonight for the cover for that. Excellent. All right, everyone. Hope you had a great time. I will see you tomorrow. Have a excellent day and night, whatever time it is with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Perth made an Australian video, and I wasn't even in it.
Emotional damage.